Good morning, children. In today's video, we are going to see about the water pollution and conservation of water resources. This is the last part from the lesson, land, soil and water resources. Let us move into the video. The first major problem we face nowadays is the water pollution. What is meant by water pollution? Water pollution is the contamination of water bodies, that is usually as a result of the human activities. Because of us, the water is getting polluted. So the access to clean water is always a major problem. That is what we are facing. So how we contaminate these water bodies? There are some major contaminants. We'll see those list. These are all the contaminants which contaminates the water bodies. These are all the major contaminants. That is the discharge of the untreated or partially treated sewage, and then the agricultural chemicals, the fertilizers, and then the insecticides, pesticides, and from the industries, the industrial effluents that is also discharged into the fresh water or the seawater into the water bodies. That is, effluents are nothing but the liquid wastes discharged into the water bodies. Now what happens? These polluted water, they are fully loaded with the bacteria, parasites, viruses and these toxic chemicals from the industries also, like the pesticides, nitrates and metals. What they do? Most of these chemicals are the non-biodegradable. So they are not good for the environment, including the human. So they reach the human bodies through the medium water and causes various diseases. On the other side, we have the another major problem, that is the scarcity of water. In a country like India, we have the abundant resources of water. We have many rivers, perennial rivers, the major mighty rivers we have, but still we face the scarcity of water. Not only our country, it is a major problem in many parts of the world. Okay, there are some lists here, that is most of Africa, West Asia, South Asia, parts of Western USA, Northwest Mexico, parts of South America and Australia. They are also facing the shortage of fresh water. Why it is happening? Why there is a shortage? Yes, we need to think it over. There is the increase in the population. Gradually the population is getting increased and gradually our needs also getting increased. So the urbanization, our living standards, everything got increased. We are more and more into our comfort zone. So these are all the major factors that leads to the shortage in the supply of fresh water. So this is not only because of these factors. Apart from this, there are some other factors also, that is the drying up of the water resources due to the climatical changes, water pollution, and the wastage due to negligence. Yes, due to our increased living standards, and we waste lot of water. That is purely due to our negligence. And the variation in the seasonal or the annual precipitation. Yes, the climatic changes, there is a change in the monsoons also. So we are not getting adequate rainfall, and also the over exploitation of the water bodies. So what we need to do? So we saw the factors, what are all the things that are the major problems, that is the water pollution and the scarcity of water. We saw it is purely because of us and partly because of the environment. So what we need to do? Even though these are all the renewable resources, what we need to do? We need to conserve this water resource as much as possible. So the conservation of water resources today, it is a global need. It is globally, everyone are facing the problem. So the conservation is a global need. So some of the measures that can be taken for the conservation of the water are listed below. We'll see that in detail. It is essential. We saw that it is the industrial effluent. It's the major problem which is causing the water pollution. So what we need to do? We need to treat the effluents. We need to, before letting the water into the water bodies, we should treat it. Treat it in the sense that has to be suitable for the water bodies to accept it. It should not consist the harmful metals or the harmful chemicals in it. So we need to treat the effluents suitably before discharging them into the water bodies. And then afforestation. Afforestation we already saw, that is the plantation of trees and other vegetation. This will help to check the runoff. During the rain, the seepage will be, actually we will be ensuring the seepage of the rainwater into the ground through this afforestation and other vegetation, so that the runoff can be controlled. And let rainwater seep underground. Yes. Next one is the scientific and regulated irrigation. Irrigation is nothing but the supplying of the water to the fields, that is through ditches. So irrigation also prevents the wastage of water. And in the previous videos we saw about the mulching and the plugging gullies. These not alone prevent the, it is not alone useful for the conservation of the soil or the land, it is also used for, helpful for the conservation of water. And then we saw about the drip irrigation and sprinklers. These can be easily followed in the areas of high rate of evaporation. In the areas of high rates of evaporation, if you are going to load the soil with water, it is of no use. It will be easily evaporated. So we need to follow some other scientific ways, that is the drip irrigation and sprinklers, that will give adequate water throughout the day for the soil and the plants. The next major thing is the rainwater harvesting. This rainwater harvesting is a very good method to conserve water by saving the surface runoff. So how many of you all have the rainwater harvesting done in your home? If you have, just go and have a look of it with your parents' guidance, so that they will just show you all how it is, how much water is saved in your house through this particular process. I hope most of you all will have it. Have a look at it. Okay. Now we'll see what is this rainwater harvesting. It is a process of collecting rainwater, okay, from the rooftops and directing into an appropriate location and storing it for the future use. On an average, one spell of rain for 2 hours is enough to save 8,000 liters of water. Yes, children, in this particular video, we saw about the water pollution, the scarcity of water. These are all the major problems we are facing and how we can do the conservation of water. See you in the next video, children.